So at this time, I'd like to introduce Mike Corbell. Mike Corbell, you can't lose.
Mr. Toastmaster of fellow Toastmasters, what if you knew that you couldn't lose? What if you knew exactly how to win? What if somebody came up to you with an idea and you followed that idea and you found success? What if you screwed up a couple times and you fell on your face? What if you knew that if you got back up, you could get back in track and you could find success again? What if you had no experience, no track record, no history, no real dreams? What if you had bad thoughts? What if you just thought you couldn't win? What if there were a million people out there who were suffering the same dilemma? What if people out there were living paycheck to paycheck? What if people were living quiet lives of desperation? What if people had no clue how to win? What if people had no real hope of finding success? What if this was you? What if this was a loved one? What if this was a family member? What if you had a friend who called you out of the blue and said, "I found a cure"? What if you were thinking about this cure because you had cancer? What if you had cancer? What if you had a friend call you out of the blue and said, "I found the cure to cancer"? What if you said, "I've been researching this cure to cancer and I think I have the cure"? What if he was really excited because he said, of all the places that the cure for cancer was, it was in the Florida orange? What if you could actually eat an orange every single day and you cured this cancer? What if you knew some people who needed to know this information? What if this information was worth millions of dollars to you? What if you could find a way to get into the Florida orange market? What if there was a way to capture some of the success that would be involved in getting in that market? What if there were millions of people out there who weren't worried about cancer, but were worried about financial cancer? What if there were people out there who were struggling because they were in debt to their eyebrows? What if there were people out there who were struggling because they had no way of getting out of debt? What if there were people who had kids that couldn't go to college because they didn't want to take out high student loans? What if there were people who had no savings, people who had no retirement plan, no way of getting out of it? What if people left their families unprotected? What if this was you? What if this was your loved one? What if you weren't worried about cancer, but you were worried about financial cancer? What if you had no answer? What if you had a friend, again, who didn't tell you about cancer, but told you he had a cure for financial cancer? What if that friend was working for a company that said, "We're actually curing this financial cancer in this country"? What if this company was relatively new to the market, didn't have very big name recognition, but had a proven track record? What if this company actually was doing simple things that taught people how to better themselves? What if this company can show you how to get out of debt? What if this company can show you the 14 different things that you knew you can do to get better cash flow in your life? What if you could pay off your debts in half the time it took you to pay off your debts and your mortgage? What if it took you 8 to 12 years instead of 30? What if you could figure out how to send kids to college without taking out high student loans? What if you could actually retire? What if you can change your active income to passive income? What if you could do this 5 to 10 years earlier? What if you could win that way? What if this friend who introduced you to this company said, "We'll give you some great information"? What if this information was free of charge? What if you could sit down with a professional who can teach you the ins and outs of winning the money game, and you didn't have to pay him a dime? What if you knew some other people who also needed that help? What if this was winning? What if you could actually introduce people to experts? What if you could actually help your friends with their struggles? What if you could get paid for this? What if you could get paid by eliciting information from those people? What if you got paid $500 to $800 every time you did this? What if you had no experience, no background, no knowledge about how the industry works? What if you can learn how to do it? What if you could do this on a part-time basis and kept your full-time job? What if you can work whenever you wanted to work? What if there was a training path? What if you could learn in a classroom or learn online or learn with a professional mentor? What if you could pass an exam with the 70%? What if you could do this full-time? What if you could introduce people to knowledge they seek and you get paid a high 6 or 7 figures? What if you could own your own business? What if you never had to worry about a boss telling you when you could come to work and when you had to stop work? What if you had a chance to work with the people that you liked to work with and you can build lifelong relationships? What if there was a way for you to win? What if there was a way for you to beat this financial cancer? What if you wanted more information? What if you met me privately after this meeting and we talked more about it?